Hello everyone. The purpose of this video is to illustrate some of the things that we started to do in class today and that you have to do for Thursday. To make this clearer, I decided to get rid of the auto lot table and replace it with cars, which you can see here. Start by creating a new project, web, ASP.NET MVC2 empty web application, and we're just going to call this Cars Galore. In a moment, you should be looking at a project, and we are going to begin by working with the model. In particular, you are going to right-click on Models, add New Item, and it is going to be under Data, ADO.NET Entity Data Model. We'll just call this cars.edmx, generate from database. And the name of the connection string I'm just going to call cars context tables cars is what I want, and I'm going to call the namespace cars and click on finish. And then I'm going to see if this worked properly, so I'm going to look under carsdesigner.cs, and I see that I do have entities. I have one called car, which is good, and I have a context. My context is called cars context, and this is all taking place in the carsgalore.models namespace. So with all of that working, let us now go into our controllers, right-click on the controllers folder, add a controller, and we're going to call this cars controller with action methods for create, update, delete, and details. We are going to use carsgalore.models, and then we're going to create our context here. So we have our carsgalore.models.carsContext, and we'll call this context is equal to new cars context. And a context is a useful thing to have. Over here, I'm going to say context.cars.toList, and having done that, I will then right-click next to the index and add a view. The view should be a strongly viewed type. You notice I don't have any choices here. This is because in order for this to work, I'm going to click on cancel here. I should save this because that's always a good idea, but the essential thing is to build. So I choose build solution. Having done that, I repeat the process, add view, partially typed, and this time I have a choice, and I want to make this a car. I want this to be of type list with no master page and add. It's worthwhile examining the page to make sure that it looks the way we expect it to look, but we should be good to go. The only other thing we need to do is in global ASACs. Global ASACs by default is going to be sending us home controller. We want it to send us the cars controller. Hit F5, and in a moment you should be taking a look. You should be seeing a list. And there's my list. None of these work at this point. What you're going to have to do for the assignment for Thursday, you're going to have to work on details. You're going to have to, first of all, create the index that we just saw here. You're also going to have to work on details and create new. If you're feeling ambitious, for bonus points, yes, that is correct, for bonus points, finish up, edit, and delete. You can consult the keynote to see there's additional information on the keynote that you can consult. And remember, you can ask me or Dushyant or Nairuthi if you have any questions.